Cebu Business Month with the theme Go Cebu 20, Go Invest Cebu 2022. Okay, and our company is Cansi. To give you a bit of information or background about Cansi, it is a family-owned restaurant, okay, that serves Visayan cuisines and specializes in an iconic Ilonggo dish, which is called Cansi. Good thing everyone was able to have their lunch already. So that's Cansi. Okay, in Professor Soriano, that would be our fried chicken. Now, it's a beef soup made with beef shanks and bone marrows. It's uniquely soured with but one fruit. It's like guava, okay? It can only be found in Negros and Iloilo. And our goal is to be able to share its unique and distinctive taste to everyone. And hopefully share as well the happiness that it can bring to a lot of people. So I'd like to share our story, okay, and how we started and how we were able to persevere and how we were able to make it during the pandemic. So this is our success story amidst crisis and how we paddled our way to survive and eventually succeed in the most challenging and the most unique time, which is the COVID-19 pandemic. So to begin, the first time we've heard of the COVID-19 virus was about 20 January of 2020. We thought it was just going to be just any other viruses out there wherein it would simply go away. It will never even reach our shores. That's what we initially thought. But as you know, as everyone knows by now, we're dead wrong. When it arrived in our country, it spread like wildfire. Everything was put on hold. We had lockdowns. Social distancing was in effect. And we had to make sure that we adhere to all other measurements to avoid the spread of the virus. We were left with no work, just like almost everyone. No work. We lost our business. We have a small business. We've lost it because of the pandemic. And we only had to survive on our whatever little savings we had left. Just like everyone, or almost everyone. And we had no other source of income. We were fast becoming desperate. But you know what? Despite all of that, despite everything that has happened, we still consider ourselves blessed. Blessed because our family is safe. Blessed because we are complete. And blessed because we are healthy. That's what really matters the most. Now, as the days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months, with no clear indication as to when this pandemic will end, we found ourselves with depleted finances. To be very straightforward and be very honest with everyone, we only had 25,000 pesos left in our bank account. That's as specific as you can get. Okay? We really had no choice. That is not enough to feed a household of 7, especially with a 1-month-old infant, should the lockdown continue. So it's really that difficult. But what I remember the most though, at that time, is I'm always worried, constantly worried. I'm worried that I am not worried at all for some reason. Something is wrong with me. I should be panicking for that matter. But there's this distinct voice. It's like there's this guiding voice at the back of my mind telling me that, you know what? You're going to be okay. Your family's going to be okay. Everything will be taken care of. There's always that voice I can hear. So with each passing day, we just continue to live our lives. We observed and waited, just like everybody else, for further developments. We also made sure that we entertain ourselves to keep our mental health in check. We played with our kids, and think of whatever indoor activities we can to entertain ourselves. And of all the activities, most of the time, my wife and I have observed that whenever we cook our favorite food, Cansi, it always brings the entire family together to the table. And we can share the happiness it brings. And my wife suggested, she came up with the idea that why don't we sell this? Why don't we share this with other people as well? Why don't we join in on the trend of online selling, which is a platform that became very, very popular during the lockdowns. I think you're all guilty of that. Just keep scrolling, looking for food to order or eat. Stay with us. And we knew that if we can figure out a way on how to properly present our product, how we can market our product, that it will be a standout from the competition because it's something that's unique. It's something that's new, it's fresh, it's exciting. It's something that is not always readily available, especially here in Cebu. I've been here 20 years. I've been looking for the special ingredient we're using for the sour agent. It's not available here. So that is what makes it unique. Now, April 16th, 2020, with whatever little finances we had left, remember we only had 25,000. Okay, with whatever finances we had left, we gambled. We had to. We need to move. Okay? And we bought the ingredients that's needed for us to be able to cook and complete the recipe for us to cook Cansi. So we started cooking it. We posted it online. That day though, we only had 4 orders. So it didn't really turn out that big. Day 1. But we were very optimistic because of the number of inquiries that we got, the number of engagements that we got from Facebook and other social media websites. And for some reason, that day, I felt that we were onto something big. Okay, it's an opportunity that's not open for everyone. It has been open for us. And it's like there's no turning back. We need to move forward. That voice is telling me that we are making the right decisions. And whatever challenges that may come our way, we need to face it. It's now or never. It's do or die. And it's also telling me that we need to be more active in a time wherein the entire world is on a standstill. Not just Cebu, but the entire world. That's exactly what we did. We moved on. We kept moving. But just like any other businesses during the pandemic, we were faced with the challenge of operating within the city borders and proper adherence to mandated health protocols, which is extremely difficult having to cook, package, and deliver our products with only me and my wife manning the entire operations. It's that difficult. I'm bringing all of you into our world that time, where you can really appreciate how difficult it is without having the right tools and the right people in your company. We had to maneuver through problems like finding meat suppliers and the strain, most especially of cooking our food Cansi. It needs to be cooked within more than 5 hours. A strain of cooking it for 5 to 6 hours per day for every order of Cansi. Now we could not do it every day. We only cook Cansi every other day because we lack the manpower to operate. And since hiring more people to help us was not feasible at that time because of the virus, we were left with no choice, especially with the quarantine passes as well in effect. I am the only one doing all the marketing, the purchasing, the deliveries, everything. You need to do it yourself. My wife is in charge of marketing our products online, answering queries, booking orders to the delight of our customers. Most the people I know here, I've talked to, are our customers, and thank you for always ordering. We really appreciate your business. And she would make it that easy, simple, personalized, and she would even plan out my route each day to make it more efficient and fast for each delivery. Especially that most orders needs to be delivered before lunchtime. They're that demanding. Most people want to eat before during lunchtime. So we were that busy, and we are that tired as well. But we always look at it as a blessing. We always say, we always give thanks and praises for everything that we have, no matter how small. We would normally start our day cooking at about 4 a.m. and would finish it at about 10 a.m. after we've packed everything, portioned everything, and with only a 2-hour window to deliver all orders before lunchtime with 20 to 30 locations. You can just imagine how fast I was going. Just to make sure that those deliveries gets to be delivered on time. We are that committed to making it work, okay? There are even times wherein I would go out not knowing if I would be able to complete my deliveries or even more muster the strength and the presence of mind to go back home because of exhaustion. I guess the only guarantee that I had for my safety during those times is the guarantee that God is always with us, keeping us safe. That's the only guarantee. So I would pray whenever I go out so that He would always be with us. The whole operation has been like that for the first couple of months. Most of the time, it's just me and my wife, and clearly it's taking its toll on our health and our relationship. Again, I'm being very honest, okay? It's not all happy always. We have to go through that. It's taking its toll on our health and relationship, and balancing even the easiest tasks each day is becoming more and more difficult, especially with the increasing demand for our Cansi. So I guess it's true what they say, that at the back of every successful business, there's always a husband and a wife arguing. It's a phase, it's a process. It's not permanent. But we need to go through that. We're that passionate. Okay? So with each satisfied customer, talking more and more about our Cansi, recommending it to their friends and family, the demand for our product grew tremendously. Through word of mouth, more and more people discovered our food and became curious as to what is this food all about. And our customers became our biggest sales team. They would be the ones who would advertise, they would be the ones who would promote and give us good reviews, positive reviews, adding more credibility to our food. We also started getting invites for local television and radio interviews. Got a lot of different online influencers and even celebrities to help us out promote our product. Got featured in publications like Sunstar, Rappler, and all other online media websites, which really catapulted our product to greater heights. We never really imagined that we would be able to touch the lives of so many people and bring the kind of happiness that is desperately needed during the height of the pandemic. Cansi is indeed heaven sent, okay? And just like any other blessing, it needs to be shared. By October 2020, when lockdown restrictions were finally eased, we opened our first physical store in Escario. It's just near here. You can just literally walk over there after this event and order. It's just right beside Park Lane Hotel, where customers can dine in and enjoy this homemade dish with friends and family. The following year, May 2021, we opened our second branch in the outlets at Pueblo Verde Mactan, and will soon open our third branch in Park Mall, Mandaue, we're aiming 2-3 months from now. So, that's our story. The COVID-19 pandemic has been by far the most significant event in our lives. It took a lot away from us. It took our finances, destroyed our finances. Took away our livelihood. Left us almost with nothing. But you know what? The good thing about having nothing is it lets you focus on what really matters the most. Right? Your family, your health, your friends, and it teaches you to help other people as well. And I think that's the reason why we were able to succeed, because it got us closer to God. We were able to succeed because it's not about what you have. It's about what you do that makes you successful. So just to give you this before I go. So we found out and we have observed that success is always connected with actions. So always do more. Success is always connected with serving other people. So don't hesitate, always give more. Success is always believing in yourself and never giving up. That way, in the end, you will be more. Thank you and God bless. Maraming salamat.